Hello everybody, I'm Storm here, and today we're going to be starting up a new series of Hearts of Iron 4. The Man the Guns DLC just released a few days ago, so we're going to start up a new series to go ahead and check out what has changed. And most of the changes focus around the naval aspect of the game. There's a new ship design system. They've added traits and skills to admirals. You can do naval mines. There's ways to control shipping routes. There's new treaties, naval treaties. You can add amphibious landing vehicles to your marines. That sort of stuff. There's a bunch of other features, but most of the focus is around the Navy. So, that's going to be interesting. So I ran a poll to see what nation that we're going to be playing as, and the leading favorite was going to be the United States out of the selections that I had narrowed down to. So, we're going to be playing as the United States, which is also one of the nations that is focused on in this particular DLC. There's new decisions, new alternate histories, a new focus tree, I think. I'm not sure if there's a new focus tree for the US. I know there's new focus trees for Mexico and the Netherlands. But there at least are definitely a new alternate histories that we can take advantage of here. Supposedly, this was going to try to make the United States a little more fun to play, because it can be a little slow to start, and then but once you do get things rolling, you become so powerful that you can roll over most anybody. But we're going to go ahead and see how things go. So, we are going to change things up here a little bit. We're not going to go AI focuses. I want to look at the custom game rules. Well, there's a lot of stuff in here. AI behavior. I think I'm actually going to want to strengthen Germany and Italy a little bit, because they tend to get wiped out pretty fast. At least in most of the games I've played anyway. So we're going to go ahead and make them a little bit stronger than normal. And see, war goals limited, military access, production licenses, lend-lease, volunteers. Coups, boosting party popularity. Paradrops are allowed, maximum fort levels, normal, AI behavior. What kind of options do we have? Fascist, democratic. Restore the Kaiser, random. Communist, neutrality, fascist. Okay, so you can change how all of your how everybody's going to try to behave, which there's a part of me that says let's just make everybody random, and who knows what's going to happen in this particular game. Do we want to go full alternate history? Just randomize everything. No, actually, for this game, we're not. We're not going to do that. We're going to leave everything default. The only thing that we're going to do is we're going to strengthen Germany and Italy a little bit. We're going to try and make this a pretty straightforward game, except for the fact that we're not going to turn on the AI focuses. So that will add a little bit of randomness to the game, but we're not going to go crazy. All right. So let's go ahead and start. Going full random may be something that I do for the next series, perhaps. We'll see. All right. Alright, so let's get in here and see what we've got our hands on. This is the first time I've played the United States in this, in Hearts of Iron 4. So, I'm not exactly sure what to expect in here. I haven't even looked at the focus tree. Alright, first thing we're going to do is we're going to gather up all of the armies and move them to a centralized location just so that I can see what we've got on our hands. Chicago should suffice. And I have installed a improved texture mod just to kind of see what it is, and I like it. Alright, and the other thing is we're going to have all of our navies. The Atlantic Reserve destroyers, Atlantic Reserve submarines, 15 destroyers, the Atlantic Fleet. This is... the Atlantic Fleet is... oh, I see. They have it broken up. Atlantic Fleet, Pacific Reserve Fleet, Submarine Base Force with the individual... okay. Okay, they've kind of done this the way they did the armies. With the army groups. We have the whole fleet. So the Atlantic Fleet, we have the Destroyer Squadron 12. Which has 8 destroyers in it. We have the 2nd Submarine Squadron, which has 14 submarines. Atlantic Reserve Destroyers. And the Atlantic Reserve Submarines. So we don't really have a ton of stuff in the Atlantic Fleet. Just some destroyers and subs. And, you know, reserves. Okay, Pacific Reserve Fleet. Reserve Destroyers. Submarine Base Force, so I guess this is going to be our primary sub-force. Fourth Submarine Squadron, 6th Submarine Squadron. I might want to kind of leave some of this structure intact. Scouting Force. 22 ships. 3 New York-class battleships, an Omaha-class cruiser, Pensacola-class cruisers, Tuscaloosa and San Francisco, 2 New Orleans-class, and a bunch of destroyers. Battle Force. Battleships. We have the Nevada, the Arizona, the Pennsylvania, Oklahoma, Tennessee, California. Okay. Carrier Division, the Ranger, the Lexington, and the Saratoga. Cruiser Division 3. Destroyer Flotilla 1. Destroyer Flotilla 2. Destroyer Division 20. We may have to restructure some of this. Asiatic Fleet. Clemson class, Omaha class, Pensacola class. A bunch of outdated stuff. Alright. We'll have to take a look at the fleet, because we have a very large fleet. Okay. So, let's go ahead and take a look. Let's get everything set up. Research slots. What do we got? probably going to start out with a lot here. We have Marines. We have some motorized. Let's go ahead and get some... some infantry equipment there. Basic machine tools. It's odd that we don't have that. Electrical mechanical engineering. And... probably want to start working on some better fighters. Though we don't really have any tanks. Oh yeah, we're going to want the amphibious tanks. So we are probably going to head down the light tanks. I'm just trying to decide, well, the only light tank we really have is the Stuart and the Chaffee. Yeah, heavies and mediums. Let's improve our artillery. Need to set a national focus. Okay, so this is going to be War Plans Division, War Department. Continue the New Deal. Reestablish the gold standard. Okay, so we would have to have... we would only be able to do this if we don't have FDR as the president. Let's see. Gain national spirit. Consumer goods, factories, 5% stability plus 10%. Up to 4 senators and 20 representatives go into opposition. Okay. Political power plus 150. War Plans Division. War Department. I'm just looking through here just to kind of see where we want to go and where our potential options are, especially for Liberty for the Philippines, Pacific Decolonization, Communal Property Act. Okay, so we could have a second civil war. Let's see. There's a research slot. There's the Manhattan Project. Okay. Wartime industry. The giant wakes. Okay. Magic. Okay. Focus on Europe. Focus on Asia. Income tax reform. There's another research slot. Okay. Empower. Let's see. There's a lot of stuff in here. Okay, let's just decide on something that is going to be where we're going to start. Let's see. Gains in the War Department, which grants maximum power increase plus 25%. Let's see. $150 political power right out of the gate is gonna be pretty nice. And I think we're probably going to go for that. Continue the New Deal. Start. And let's go ahead and get our civilian factories building. And we have a lot of civilian factories. How many military factories do we have? We do not have a lot of military factories. What are we behind in? We are behind a little bit in infantry equipment. Alright, so let's see what we can do. Carrier fighters. So we have a New Orleans class. We have a Farragut class. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A whole bunch of Farragut class. And a Porpoise class submarine under construction. We'll let those build out. We're going to dump USS Quincy. Oh, you can select what the ships are going to be named when you build them. Oh. Let's just dump all of our dockyards in there. Let's get the Quincy done first. And then we'll just run down the line and get all these Farragut-class destroyers done. Carrier fighters. Yeah, we probably gonna want to get some fighters going. Let's get some more military factories. 128. But 106 are going to consumer goods. Okay. Yeah, that's a slight issue. I'm not sure if we're going to be training anybody or we don't have anybody assigned yet. Oh, we got stuff down here. Alright, because we have... the Panama Canal. We have Puerto Rico. Do we have anything on the Pacific Islands? Yes, we do.
Ready to move. Ready.
I'm bringing everybody back. We're going to bring everybody.
Yes, sir.
Everybody back. We don't have any other troops anywhere else, do we? We appear to have some troops in the Philippines. That makes sense, I guess. And we have a fleet out there. The fleet is going to be something I gotta look at. Probably off screen for a bit to decide what it is that I want to do. Oh, the other thing. The other thing that I need to do. Let's actually take a couple of these off of here. Because I want to get naval repair queue. Ooh. I want to get some convoys going. There we are. We have insufficient rubber. Well, we could probably deal with that. Let's grab some rubber from the Dutch East Indies. And we can finally unpause the game. Alright, so I guess one thing we're going to need to decide, and decide rather early, is what are we going to do as far as our ideology? Are we going to remain democratic? Are we going to go fascist? Are we going to go communist? What are we going to do? And I guess I will take suggestions on that matter. In the comments on this video. Let me know what you think. Okay, fuel is now a thing. Fuel stockpile capacity. Because one thing we can build is we can build fuel silos. I'm not sure we're really going to need to worry about it. But I mean, we could queue a couple in. Also, we have our infrastructure. Air bases. We can build up the Hawaiian Air Base. Naval dockyards. Naval base. Yeah, we have a massive naval base there. That would make sense. We have no coastal fortifications. We get some there. Let's see how that all plays out. Alright, we're going to be getting some political power in here once this finishes. What kind of decisions do we have? We're going to have to deal with Congress. Oh. Representatives criticize president. During a recent debate on tax reform, a representative launched into a long-winded speech about the many failings of the administration. According to him, no right-thinking American could possibly want to support the policies of the president, whatever their party affiliation may be. His harsh words seem to have had an effect, as a number of representatives previously thought firmly behind the policies of Franklin Roosevelt made noises of support. Senator speaks out against government policy. A senator is given an interview in a major newspaper saying he can no longer support the foolish and dangerous policies of President Roosevelt. He further claims that he knew several other senators who thought similarly and would abandon the president in short order. Alright, so we're going to have to deal with the Senate and the House. Special measures. Grant statehood to Alaska. Two senators are out of the Congress. Grant statehood to Hawaii. Grant statehood to Puerto Rico. Ooh. Withdrawal from the naval treaties. Remove national spirit. London Naval Treaty. Second London Naval Conference in 97 days. Give refuge to German scientists and Italian scientists. We can develop aluminum production, tungsten production, steel production. That is something we might necessarily want to do early. If we can. We'll see how it goes. Alright, these guys have arrived. Let's get them up here to Chicago. Where we'll sort out what we have and then what we need to... We need to train up. Because these are all, what, National Guards? Or garrisons? Yeah, National Guard divisions. Alright, let's get those guys over here. They have like no equipment. Jeez. Okay. Anybody else arriving? Yeah, we have a few more still on the way. I don't want to move things too quickly right now. Alright, our fuel reserves are full. We have great war tanks. I'm not even sure we're going to worry about those just yet. I probably will want to get some Stuarts. Get that researched relatively soon. So we can start building some armored divisions. You want to go for the T1 Heavy? And go for those early. Maybe. We have some free dockyards. Let's dump those into the Quincy there.
Yes, sir. Move out.
I think we just have one more division that needs to get back before we're ready to take a look at the army.
Listen up.
And sort out how we're going to want to do this. Take a look at what our division templates are. And decide where it is that we want to go.
Listen up.
I also probably want to get the P-40 researched and get some of those
All in.
being manufactured. Because having tons of fighters is, at least
Attention.
in my previous playthroughs, has been fairly important.
Move out.
So getting some decent fighters and getting them building early, I think, is going to be good. And we also need to start working on doctrines, because those are also very important.
Ready to move.
And I usually tend to like to knock those out first. I think we are going to go for some tanks and some planes, and then we're going to go for the doctrines. Yeah, how long is it going to take us? 615 days to get all of the guns manufactured that we need.
Yes, sir.
Well, we're almost done. Continue the New Deal. Then we're going to have 150 political power to decide what it is we're going to do with. Alright, there we go. That's going to complete tomorrow. There we go. Complete the New Deal. And let's see. Suspend persecution. Gain base stability -5. Gain available political advisor Earl Browder, which grants communist revolutionary support. WPA. More political power. It's not mutually exclusive with anything. And there's a research slot. Oh. That, I think, is something we want to go after. Another 150 political power, and it will get us access potentially to that research slot, which, yes, we want. Alright. So, what do we got here? Anybody that's listed as a garrison... Oh, hold on. Let's split these up.
Move out.
And this is a cavalry? Okay, let's move that there. Okay, so let's make you an army. Let's get you a general. Patton Bradley. Let's see. We want someone who's probably got some good defense. Those are field marshals. Let's see, what about you? Yeah, we'll put you in charge there. Though, yep. Puerto Rico Department. Do we have multiple templates with the same? Yes, we do. Oh, and it's not letting me use the NATO symbols. Why? Alright, well, let's just give it something for now. Let's just call it that. Oh, 19 of those are National Guards. Okay. Unassign those units.
Move out.
And move them over there.
Orders.
Yugoslavia recognizes Soviet Union. Yugoslavia, even more stoically than other nations, has for years refused to recognize the communist state that is the Soviet Union. Today's announcement that the government of Yugoslavia will henceforth establish official relations with the Soviets, this policy has at last come to an end. Whether this means an opening of the Yugoslav state to communist influence remains to be seen, but the tone of the announcement was surprisingly cordial. Alright. So here's our actual regular army divisions. We have some cavalry. We have a bunch of garrisons. And we have National Guards. Alright, so what's the difference? National Guards are just giant piles of infantry. They have some support artillery and some engineers. So they're actually not bad. They're actually better than the regular army stuff. We may want to merge those templates at some point. The garrisons are the tiny ones that just have engineer companies. Can I throw... Well, no, I can't make any changes.
Listen up.
Alright, we're going to throw you guys into an army as well.
Ready.
Let's put you in charge there. Let's put Simpson in charge of those guys.
Ready, sir.
Actually, National Guards, we may want to be separate because we may use them as, well, National Guards. Okay, so let's make you in a separate army. We need someone else. You. Okay. And this, I think, will probably make Bradley's army. It's going to change significantly. For now. And, yeah, we're going to have to, let's see, what is our training level? All right, you go ahead. Exercise.
Ready to move.
You exercise as well.
Ready.
These guys exercise.
Yes, sir.
And this division, we're not going to worry about it. Well, it doesn't even need to, so. Alright, so that should get these guys trained up. And that should get them trained up and should get us some army experience. Actually, is there any national focus that gets us army experience? Yes. Army experience plus 20. That might be worth going down early as well. Just to get that army experience so we can make some changes to our division templates. Alright, but I think we're going to go ahead and end the first episode here. We kind of got through here, took a look at what we had on our hands, and got some of the first stuff started. So, before we go too much further, we need to make decisions about what direction we want to head as far as ideology and, you know, what faction we might want to join and that sort of thing. So, as I said before, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and we'll end the episode here. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you next time.